Greetings, crafty friends. How are you today? Welcome to an episode of Angela Shows You. So I wanted to take a couple minutes today and just talk a little bit about when you're making a tote bag or a purse or pouch or whatever, boxing corners. So there's two methods that you can do to box a corner, and I'm going to show you both of them and talk just a little bit about which one I personally think is a little bit easier. So when you are boxing a corner in something, you will, either way, you're going to want some sort of a ruler and some sort of a pen, either a something with a that washes off, or just a regular pen. It doesn't really matter too much, because if you do the marking on the inside of the bag as opposed to the outside, which I would recommend anyway, you're not going to see it. And in the one method, you're going to cut it out anyway, so nobody's going to see it. So the first way that you can do it is, so you're going to take your bag and you're going to sew it right sides together. Sew it all the way around. You're going to sew right sides together, and then you can take the bag, open it up a little bit. I spread my fingers out inside the bag so you get a nice V. Hold it, take my hand out. Now I've got that nice V right here. Okay. Lay it down on your work surface, and we're going to keep that nice and flat. So you might have to play with it a little bit more when it's down. Another thing that you can always do as well is you can kind of open it up and you can look to see if the seams line up. So our seams line up here. So then the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to figure out how big do you want the inside of the bag to be. If you want the inside of the bag to be 4 inches, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to measure down from the tip of the bag 2 inches and give it a mark, and then take that one's not going to be big enough, and draw a line straight across. And then you will sew that line from one edge to the next. Cut it off. Give yourself a little bit of, don't cut it like too close to your stitch line there. And there you go. You've got one boxed corner that is 4 inches. One boxed corner, 4 inches. The other way you can do it, and this was the method that I mentioned in one of my other videos the other day, take your ruler here, and this one has a 1 inch, 2 inch, and then it goes over just a little bit extra for an extra 1/2 inch. So I did the other side at 2, so we're going to do this one at 2. So you're going to want to line up your ruler at the edge of the fabric, draw your line over to the 2, Okay, then just start at this corner, and then you're just going to want to draw yourself a line down this side. So we've drawn ourselves a little box in the corner of this bag. Then you're going to cut that box out. Then you're going to take your bag, open it up. You're going to pinch these, pinch this. This is where I mentioned the other day, I usually will take one side, fold it over, take the other side, fold it over, so you have nice flat, okay? Sew that. There you go. Another one. So now we've got our two methods. We've got our bag. We've got our corners. I personally prefer the second way. I like to cut them out pinched and meet rather than the first way where you're folding it out and you're drawing your line. But those are the two methods of quick and easy ways to box corners and pouches, purses, bags, cases, you know, whatever it is that you're making that you want to have some sort of, you know, a width inside of the bag. And I mentioned the other day, just keep in mind that however large you decide to make your, you know, the bag, so when it's done and it's sitting up, however wide you make this bottom, that reduces the height of the bag. So I had mentioned my standard bags are 17 by 17, but now that I've cut the you know, now that I've cut some off of the bottom of the bag, this bag actually ends up being this one's a little bit more than 15, because remember, you know, we cut that 2 inches. So, well, we've actually got 15 because we cut 2 inches off. And then this shows that we have that angle there. So I hope that this was helpful to you. If it was helpful, I hope that you'll consider giving this video a thumbs up, and I hope that you will consider subscribing to Angela Shows You if you haven't already, for future tips and tricks and ways to sew things. Lots more to come. Thank you.